It's a sloppy light heavy meat scrap in this one, meat boy. We got Chris Daukaus making his debut at light heavyweight, jumping down from heavyweight to take on Khalil Rountree, who is a minus 180 favorite. He's won 3 straight, and most recently and probably most impressively was that win over Dustin Jacoby. And we saw what Dustin Jacoby did to Kenny Nzechukwu last week, and Nzechukwu was on a fat win streak. So for Khalil to pick up that win, definitely impressive. I know a lot of people thought that Khalil maybe lost that fight. I mean, it was a split decision, but on the record, it's a third straight win, and it capped off that 3-fight win streak where he picked up finishes over Carl Roberson, aka Sketchy McGee, and also Modestas Bukauskas. And that was a fight where Roundtree just looked absolutely next level. He was just teeing off on that leg and really finished him with some brutal strikes for sure. And it's just one of those things with Khalil Roundtree. Like, when he looks good, he looks amazing, but when he looks bad, he looks pretty bad. And I think about that fight against Marcin Prachnio where he looked pretty bad, or when Johnny Walker slept him in 5 seconds. Like, you just don't know what you're going to get. But with Daukaus, you kind of do know what you're getting lately, and it's not great because he's lost 3 straight. He's gotten finished in all 3. He barely saw a second round just the one time, and he just can't seemingly eat a punch anymore. So what are your thoughts on this one? Do you see much value at minus 180 for Khalil Roundtree, or any chance Daukaus, my brother's keeper, comes down to 205 and makes a statement? Who you taking?
This is a interesting fight because Daukaus, is coming down to 205, and Roundtree. It's just I don't know. Like I think I have to take Roundtree in this because Daukaus has been brutally his chin has been so sus lately, but it would surprise me just because like Daukaus, like, he should be the bigger fighter. He's fought bigger fighters, but I don't know. Roundtree, you just, like you said, you don't know who you're getting. I'm going to kind of go with that Roundtree. We're going to get the best Roundtree we've ever seen, but some days you get that Johnny Walker Roundtree and you get slept in 2 seconds. So I don't know. This one's definitely a tough one, but I'm going to pick Roundtree just because the cop's chin has been sus lately.
And it's been very sus, and it makes sense for why Tapology is pretty brown, and they're pretty bullish for that Roundtree finish. 89% is rolling with Khalil, only 11% is rolling with Chris Daukaus. And I mean, we've seen Daukaus against some pretty heavy punching hitters. I mean, Jairzinho Biggie Boy can absolutely crack. Derek Lewis obviously slept him in the first round, and Curtis Blades was even able to finish. Do you think that Khalil Roundtree will possess the similar power and will shut the chin off immediately, or do you see this maybe going the distance or perhaps a little bit later than people anticipate? If you're taking Roundtree, when do you think he gets it done?
I hope Roundtree gets done early and often, but I don't know. I feel like he can't even finish a hand sandwich, so he probably wins, by decision. And if there is a finish, I would imagine maybe Daukaus gets it. If it goes decision, I think Roundtree's gonna win. So I don't know, but yeah, I can totally see it going decision just because of how bad Roundtree is at getting a finish recently.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because Chris Daukaus, before this 3-fight L streak that he's on, I mean, he was finishing everyone, and it seemed like every time Chris Daukaus fought, he was getting a finish and he was picking up a performance of the night bonus. I mean, he finished Shamil Abdurakhimov, Alexei the Bow Constrictor Olenek, and Rodrigo Nascimento before that. And while all those guys are pretty bad, they were some devastating strikes from Chris Daukaus. So maybe 205 is where he rediscovers his sauce, but for Meat Boy's sake, I'm taking Khalil Roundtree. I like him by decision as well because I don't know, Meat Boy. I can just see an absolute snoozer unfolding where it's one of those sort of back and forth snoozers. You don't quite know who really won heading into the judges' decisions, and ultimately, I'm going to take Roundtree by a split, maybe majority decision. But truthfully, I don't really love either guy in this one, so probably we'll just fade it all together because I don't know. For me, it's just tough to trust either of these guys. So taking Roundtree, but a little bit reluctant. Any last thoughts?
No, 100% agree with that assessment. Don't look how much we've taken and why. Smash me, subscribe, check out the other videos.